Well, about a year ago, I talked about all the sequels to this film, and I didn't even get back to talk about the original. Yeah, today we're going to be talking about Steven Spielberg's third film, his first big, massive hit, Jaws. Made by Universal, released June 20th, 1975, starring Ray Scheider, Robert Shaw, Richard Dreyfuss, written by well, it's based on the book by Peter Benchley. Some people say it's adapted by him, but I can't remember. Um, Produced by David Brown and directed by Steven Spielberg, who, if you are just tuning in now, it's the last two reviews I did are Steven Spielberg's first two films, Duel and The Sugarland Express. He's also done like Indiana Jones films, like Indiana Jones and The Raiders of the Lost Ark. Tons of films like that. But this is the first big blockbuster that he's done. Now, this film did go through production hell because the mechanical sharks didn't work and stuff, but tons of other videos talk about that, so I'm not going to mention all that. This might be a short review too, because everyone knows Jaws. This is a good horror creature feature. Basically, if for some reason you haven't heard of this movie, it's takes place at Amityville Island. I don't think it's supposed to be the same island as the Amityville Horror. Who knows though? I know there's some like legal issues and stuff like that that MGM tried to pull, but anyways, um, yeah. So basically, this is based on a true story of in like New Jersey, I think it was. There's a string of shark attacks happening at this beach, and it's causing a lot of panic. Back in like I think it was the 40s it happened, 40s or 50s, and yeah, so it's basically a more dramatized version of that, but it takes place in Amityville, New York, at a beach where they make most of their money during the summer, and uh, Great White just so happens to be attacking people and killing people there, and they some of the heads of the town try to keep hush hush because they want to keep the beaches open because for the July 4th weekend, that's where majority of the money comes from. So trying to keep it hush hush so they can go, but the one police chief uh, wants to shut it down, and he calls in an oceanographer specialist, I guess you could call him, and one of the crazy fishermen to help track down the shark and kill it, basically to help keep the people safe. And yeah, this is basically one of those must-see movies. Like it's in a lot of top 100 films to see ever lists and stuff. And it's still really good. Still holds up most of the time, except we know a lot more about great white sharks now, so some of the mystery behind it when this was made is not really a mystery anymore. But if you get past that part, it's still a good cinematic marvel. Basically, it hides the view of the shark for most of it. You get a couple glimpses here and there until the very end, and the mechanical shark still looks pretty convincing nowadays. Now that it's 2020, and yeah, and it was all done in camera. And nowadays, if they made this movie, it would have been like the Meg, a CG shark, which is usually shit. Anyways, um, yeah. But besides the mystery not really being a mystery, it's still a fun ride. Really well crafted characters in the story. Spielberg's direction was spot on, I thought. He's one of my favorite directors, so obviously I'm gonna love this. Yeah, and there's like no flaws. All the acting is really well done. The cinematography was well done. Even the underwater shots and everything are really well done, and not a whole lot of problems and stuff. Now it's a little sometimes with the shark jumping on the boat and stuff might be a little cheesy at times, but other than that, it's a really good watch, and it's obviously way better than the sequels. Yeah. So with that, Jaws is still a classic to me, and it deserves every rate of all the praise and everything that people give it because it was the first ever blockbuster, basically, and for 1975, that's pretty daunting and stuff like and stuff. So definitely interesting, and this also catapulted. Spielberg into making even bigger movies like Close Encounters of the Third Kind and venture into comedy eventually, which is going to be the next one I talk about. But that's for the next video. So Jaws for me is a 5 out of 5. It's pretty much perfect. It's a little sad that some of the mystery is no longer a mystery, but you know what still is a mystery? We still don't know how Sharknadoes are formed. Anyways, yeah, if you want to relive this film, trailer's linked down below like always, or if for some reason you lived under a rock and never knew this film existed, it's linked down, so check it out. Also, my Instagram's always down there too, so you should check that out too. I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story, and I hide the title and hashtag for fun if you want to try to figure out what I'm watching and I'm going to review next. And or you could just subscribe because you usually never know what I'm going to talk about next. Now I got like 4 or 5 more Spielberg films to talk about, and there's 3 of them are big ones. So yeah, but other than that, usually I don't try to tell anybody what I'm going to talk about next. So make sure you subscribe, like this video, share it if you really want to. Comment down below your opinions of this film. Did you absolutely love it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's all dated now? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. And also, if you have any film suggestions at all that you want to hear my opinions on, big or small, I watch everything. So yeah, comment them down below too. I'll try my hardest to get to them if I can find them. And yeah, definitely Jaws, a bona fide classic. And with that, I am going to get on to the next Spielberg movie to talk about, and I'll see you in that review. See you later.